Hey tarot friends and travelers. Let's get a mid-November message for the collective. Two of Wands showing, Ace of Swords showing, King of Pentacles and Three of Pentacles. Hierophant, the Chariot. Mid-November for the collective, the Page of Chalices. And the Moon card on the bottom of the deck. So we have a love message coming in, but all is not what it seems. The Knight of Swords and the Fool card. Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck. The World card showing now. The Sun card, the Temperance card. Six of Pentacles, Three of Chalices, the Sun and Temperance. Bottom of the deck, the Three of Wands. Okay, so our story begins with two individuals who are peacefully, harmoniously experiencing together. They're learning together. And their relationship is blossoming along with the environment that they're in, because they are in a very lush situation, very vibrant, alive environment, and at least in some respects, and it is fueling their dynamic. And I think this is, you know, this is the root of our situation. That's why I said it's where the story begins. I think this is the deeper past of the situation that we're looking at this mid-November. And it absolutely can act as a timeless message and resonate with you whenever it finds you. It likely will find you when it has something to offer you. But as is always true with the Six of Pentacles, we see an equal exchange of energy here, an equal give and take of time, compassion, understanding, effort between these two individuals. And then present day, I think we see them split into these two characters. One of them is dreaming and wishing and hoping, looking to the future, setting their sights on something more. They're taking this momentum, this support, again, this equal give and take, that supportive dynamic, the confidence really that they've gotten from that relationship, and setting their sights on designing a future that is somewhere else, is something slightly different, at least slightly different. Probably much more than slightly different, because they're just wishing and dreaming and hoping. And these two characters are crossed with this version of the Fool card, this brand new beginning. And I think that these dreams and wishes and hopes actually will get carried somewhere, can be carried somewhere. They're on a path to being carried somewhere else, where they can become more than just a dream and a wish and a hope. But they do have to move first past this other energy, partner of some kind, this other that they have been in an equal exchange with. And I think that's what, again, has given them the confidence to dream of more. But that's not exactly the same energy that their equal partner here has. They're more focused, determined, and ready to slay what seems like challenges, enemies right in front of them, obstacles right in front of them. More focused in the here and now, and one more dreaming of the future. One more in a masculine energy that's ready for attack and battle and defend, and one that is more feminine and passive. Sweet, but not necessarily timid, just a little less certain, wondering, imagining the possibilities. It actually seems, the more I describe it, like a really good combination, a really good dynamic and pair, that someone, or at least someone's more masculine side, is focused and determined and driven to overcome present obstacles. And then there's this feminine, more fluid energy, designing, creating, crafting a future. There's been support, but outside influences in the recent past, the more recent past. And from, it looks like artists, creative types, certainly enthusiastic outsiders who have earned their right to put their 2 cents in, to give their opinion on the matter, have earned your respect because they've worked very hard to get where they are, to be who they are. They've sacrificed and trained and conditioned themselves into the position that they're in now. They're with their own free will and choices and dedications. And between the confidence that these two partners have given one another, and then the advice and influence from wise individuals, supportive individuals around them, it really has, I think, split them into these two energies. And it could be within one person. It's seeming like it's two people who have been working together for some time, partnering in some sense for some time. And a more feminine and masculine role has really taken shape, especially related to these outside influences that, again, are supportive, but may be encouraging to individuals in two different directions with this new beginning. Not necessarily. Could absolutely be these two partners embarking on a new beginning together, but it is a little bit more defined now since their roles are a little bit more defined. What it is just that the new beginnings both must be embarked upon, because for all the confidence that this dynamic has provided to these individuals already, we see the Sun card in the future. That level of confidence has certainly increased by the time we get to the Sun card, and this is accomplishment, great accomplishment. And because of this depiction, I see it being a result of these two energies really melding together. And then the Temperance card thereafter, melding together, alchemizing their energies precisely, and creating a third energy as a result. Someone must focus on what they are growing on their own. I also had this Oracle of the Moon, I think it's Oracle of the Moon or Queen of the Moon Oracle, ready to pull one for us, and the growth card was already looking at us, wanting to be part of the reading, and now I see just exactly why. That is the pull for this reading, and it is a 5 as well, talking about the struggle in change. Each new level up, each new stretch of growth can just seem like sometimes a catastrophic disaster, just a break, taking a break, needing a break from parts of yourself, from certain people, from certain aspects and dynamics of certain relationships, in order only to come back sometimes and realize that it needs to permanently change. Break, in an effort to get where we are going, to get where we are growing to. And we see abundance below that as well. That is part of this growth, part of where we are eventually heading here. And faith is what's required in the meantime. The unexpected is absolutely what is to be expected now. Change is what we are contending with. And all of this is to say, I think that this change looks like so much central focus on what just one individual, what one partner, what one energy, either the masculine or the feminine, is doing here, that it creates this fear that the new beginning then being embarked upon fully will mean a break between these two partners, because their roles are more clearly defined, because they seem to be heading in different directions, focused in different places. It can seem like they're wanting different things, needing different things, and they just need to embark on the new beginning in different ways. And it does require a focus on self. What are you growing in your part of the garden? And allow them to focus on what they're growing in their part. And that doesn't mean that your gardens will not still connect and be intimately intertwined, if that's the nature of the partnership, or if that's the hope, the daydream, right? It's completely possible, but only through being true to yourselves, being authentic to your own individual journeys simultaneously, which means fully embracing the new beginning, taking that confidence to the next level, fully realizing the accomplishments that will help your confidence level up even more, and does require focus on your own work, your own projects, more than you would like to. But I do think it's because where two people have been learning how to build together, now they are actually building together, actually creating something else outside of the two of you, bigger than just the two of you, larger than just the two of you, for just the two of you, well, for all, you know, the two of you to enjoy, sure. And there's also this feeling, the World card here with us, in the higher mind, what your higher self is aware of when your ego is quiet. There is this feeling that like the world is watching, that there are a lot of other eyes putting pressure on the situation. I can't help but feel like, especially for the masculine, but it could be for either of these energies here. Expectations are present, feel relevant. It's a situation where it seems that there needs to not be. You need to not have any expectation on one another coming through this situation. You need to expect one another to be true to yourselves, to be authentic, to fully embrace the next chapter, the new beginning, whatever that means for each individual. The world and outside eyes watching may have expectations, hopes, and pressures placed on what each of you should be doing or should do next. But you can offer yourselves the freedom to act authentically, completely independently of what anyone else thinks you should be doing, right? And if you're going to stay partnered, intimately intertwined and connected especially, but really in any sense, you have to offer that to each other. And in fact, each of you succeeding in being and acting completely authentically, independently, as yourself, regardless of what anyone else wants you to do or thinks you should do. That is the one way, the one precise formula that allows you to meld and melt right back in together again, if you so choose. Because it is the one precise formula that makes you your own alchemist, that allows you the opportunity to be your own alchemists. Then you know you're in charge of those alchemical transmutations, what that next level is that you get to, where you're going, what you're becoming. When you free yourself from that pressure and that expectation to do what you should do, then you're your alchemist. Now you're in charge of that journey. And when each of you are truly, genuinely, uniquely, independently, sovereignly, absolutely, authentically, each in charge of your own journeys, you can choose to energetically, emotionally, mentally, physically, geographically meld back in to one another's lives, homes, worlds, when and how it works and fits, when and how it is healthy for each of you, right? This could mean days apart from a business partner. It could mean years apart from a lover. The message is what it is. We get the point. You know the path toward growth. You know the path toward authenticity. You know the path toward genuinely loving yourselves and one another. And you do know how to do that. We take that part of it for granted, right? Some do not. This message is for those who do. Hold so much weight that you know how to care about one another in that way. It's very beautiful. And the World card here, this is not just representing, you know, all of the eyes that I do feel the pressure from that are on you. This is also that you know, when your ego is quiet, that you can manifest anything you want. And if you don't know that, then you are aware that what you are learning, what you are fucksing about with now, is teaching you that. You are in that process. It's very much so, I think, what you were learning about together. But when you're students learning about a subject, you're in the same classroom together, you're in the same play yard together here, right? Not that you were necessarily children through all of this, but then when you go out into the world to apply what you've learned there and you are building, even if it is for the purposes of sharing what you're building, you may be in different playgrounds then, right? In different countries, at different universities. So suddenly the application just requires some space. And it is so almost ironic that it really does seem that you started learning how to build these things, learning how to be your authentic selves together, that you started building for the sake of one another and to share what you're able to build with one another. But it requires some space. And it is painful. I think embracing the new beginning makes you uncertain whether or not you will continue on together. You will continue on with this partner. Giving this new authentic version of yourself a full chance and shot, a real chance out there. Completely embracing the new beginning means being uncertain for some time whether or not you continue on alone or with this partner. But the confidence, the happiness, the accomplishment, and the precise, beautiful combination thereafter, balance that it achieves, is undeniably there regardless. One more, also in this future position. I think the two of you, these two partners, whether it's romantic in nature or not, I think these two partners continue on together. But you do have to fully embrace being your authentic self and taking the leap, the risk into whatever your new beginning specifically is. In order to truly be in charge, to fully have that confidence and autonomy, each of you, that really leads to you staying together. But still, we're talking about the confidence to know you can be relied on, and then to lean on this other person, to choose that path together. And I got another card. It's the Star card. It's yet another major arcana. I got another card hoping it would confirm or let us know if you would be continuing on the path together. And with the Star card here, it's telling me you have to just focus on you, as do they. You have to. That's how you become the individuals, maybe the bank accounts, that are strong enough to maintain what you're wanting to maintain together. Simply put. So, I'm sending you love. I have so much love for all of you. And I will be back with more messages for us soon. The Ten of Pentacles is on the bottom of the deck then. So I see this melding, this partnership, this harmony, this family